Determine extrema of a polynomial. So what is an extrema? It's just a fancy word for extreme values. So there are four possibilities. You can either have a local maximum, a local minimum, or absolute maximum, absolute minimum. And it's possible not to have any of those. In fact, this example right here, which is f of x equals x cubed, it's just the basic cubic function, has no absolute maximum, minimum, or local maximum or minimum. And that's just because there's no hill or valley. It just is a curve that just is decreasing as we move from left to right. And actually, I wrote the wrong graph here, or the wrong function. This is actually the reflection of the x cubed function. So there's a negative sign in front. The cubed function, the x cubed function goes this way. Anyway, so negative x cubed, we have no maximum or minimum because it goes up forever and down forever, and there are no valleys or hills, okay? Local extreme values occur like where there's a hill or a valley, like kind of like this function here. So f of x equals x to the fourth minus x squared, and you can see we have no absolute maximum, okay? It goes up forever, so there's no absolute maximum. But locally, if we zero in on this point right here, there's a little valley there. That is a local minimum. And here there's another valley, local minimum. And then we have a hill here, so the hilltop is a local maximum. The absolute minimum is at these 2 points here. You can have an absolute minimum or maximum occur at the same point, same for local. So these two local minimums and absolute minimums occur at 2 different points. So the absolute minimum is negative 1/4. And notice I'm giving you the y value. Minimums and maximums are y values. Where they occur are x values. So the way we say this is, we say that this function has an absolute minimum of negative 1/4 at square root of 2 over 2. And it has a local minimum of negative 1/4 at negative square root of 2 over 2. And then it also has a local minimum of negative 1/4 at square root of 2 over 2. So it's possible for local minimums to be absolute minimums and vice versa. Then we have a local maximum. Even though we don't have an absolute maximum, we have a local maximum of 0 at 0. See the language there? We always give the y value for the extreme value, and then we give the x value as where it occurs. Finally, in this example here, we have x cubed minus 3x squared, and we have no absolute maximum or minimum because it goes forever in opposite directions. But here we have a local maximum of 0 at 0, and we have a local minimum of negative 4 at 2.